Hello everyone, today I'm doing something a bit different and I'm going to try making a cake blindfolded. My sister's filming, so she's here with me today and we're going to be talking about what I'm doing. First, I am feeling for which measuring spoons are the right size, and I can hardly even open the drawer here. I can feel that is too small, so I got those, and of course I have to find the right measuring spoons. I can't just use any, have to find my favorite. And then I got the strainer here.
I couldn't do that. I guess you have to be a baker to find the correct spoons, because I would not be able to find, like, how do you know the
right
quarter from the third?
Yep. Oh, gotta feel to make sure that's flour. So I got that, and now for the bowl. I use this bowl so much, I know exactly where everything is placed. A lot of feeling going on to make sure that everything's right. And this is the best part. I gently tap.
Patting it.
Gently patting the top to make sure that it's full. And Anna was laughing at me the whole time.
Yes, sorry for the slightly shaky camera.
So I got that, doesn't look too bad. Now for the sugar. And this recipe is, I have it on one of my other videos, which I'll link below. She's laughing again, you can tell by the camera shaking. So, gotta feel that sugar again, make sure the measuring cup is full.
You didn't taste it to see if it wasn't salt.
So, things seem to be going pretty well. Putting the back was probably one of the hardest parts, and now the cocoa powder. It's a small opening, so I was a little bit worried about this, and I couldn't find where the measuring spoon was. And this whole time, I thought my counter was disaster. I thought there were dishes everywhere, but apparently there weren't.
You're actually really clean. If I did it...
I think it's cleaner than when I bake normally.
I think so. You were actually more careful.
I was putting stuff away more.
Yeah.
That wasn't bad. Oh, and this part, I did get help. I'm asking her whether it's baking powder or soda.
And we switched them up without her knowing. Just kidding.
Just kidding. But I did ask her whether it's baking soda or powder because that was the one thing I couldn't get wrong. I guess that's cheating. I don't know.
Yeah. Maybe we should have done that.
Next time I'll do it without any help. And then here, I was about to pour the teaspoon of baking soda in, but she told me it wasn't full enough, so that was a little helpful hint too.
Yep.
But that was good. Gently patting it to make sure it is full this time. And sifting the baking soda. And now I'm going for the salt. And that was easy enough because it's just a pinch of salt. I'm like waddling around.
I thought that was an eggshell at first. It's really just a clump of...
It does. And this cake's great because it's naturally vegan, actually. It has no eggs and dairy. And here I thought I whisked and whisked and whisked and still nothing is combined. So. And now I had to find the quarter versus third cup. Super obvious that the third's going to be bigger, but still. I had to use the dry measuring cups for the wet ingredients because obviously I couldn't see where the cup measure part was on the Pyrex, so I had to use dry measure. So that's probably where it went off. The cake ended up a tiny bit dense, and I think it's just a little too much liquid because, again, I did use dry measuring cups, but here I'm asking if it's about a cup. A little extra squirt of water. And then now to find the oil. This took me the longest. I could not find the oil anywhere in our cabinet.
Like my artsy shot.
I filmed this at night, so that's why our kitchen's a little dark. Gotta measure the oil. I had like just enough oil. And this part, a little bit got skipped. I also add a tablespoon of vinegar, which we did not show. And now to add some chocolate chips. And this I don't measure, obviously just feel. A few handfuls is good.
You actually were pretty good at this.
Overall, it was actually easier than I thought it would be. It just, usually this, I've timed myself. I've made this recipe at least a few hundred times, not an exaggeration. So I've timed it. It takes 2 minutes for me normally. And this probably took 20 minutes, would you say? Oh, this part was ridiculous.
I had to tell you where the buttons were slightly, like, hot or cold.
I accidentally turned on self-clean.
So, we had a really clean oven.
Also, it's funny how I use my hands so differently because I'm, like, so much more gentle and feeling versus just throwing everything together. feeling around for my pan. I could tell that it wasn't fully mixed. Here, I'm just getting a spatula.
I was telling her, you didn't fully mix it, but you got a spatula.
Thankfully, our drawer is pretty organized. It looks messy, but that's because I have a lot of spatulas and stuff, but it's very organized, so I know exactly where everything is. And then this part was complete muscle memory. Just scrape everything into the bowl. And that was actually not bad scrape at all.
Don't your arms get tired of scraping? For me, I'm like, by the end.
Practice. Spread it out. And this best part coming when I'm putting it into the oven.
Oh, yes.
So, when I put it into the oven, I thought I was putting it in the middle, but I was putting it right against the side. And I was convinced it was in the middle and that I was putting it on the second rack where the pizza stone is, but apparently.
And you're like, is there anything in the way in the oven?
Just putting it, and then I had to feel around for the buttons again.
And you're like, oh, I got the button.
And then here Anna helped me again. She told me how many minutes it was.
We should have done
And
it.
I counted backwards.
We should have not done that.
Next time, we'll try without that.
I guess we cheated.
Overall, it was not bad at all. It was fun. So if you have a recipe you've made 1,000,000 times by heart, I challenge you to try to make it blindfolded. Enjoy.